so let's get to Tom Hanks back on the big screen with a familiar face and character.
No doubt, returning as renowned symbologist Robert Langdon in the third adaptation of the Dan Brown books, third big screen one, and he reteams with Ron Howard. This time around, Langdon has to team up with a doctor and stop a madman from unleashing a deadly virus onto the world. Have a look.
Was I given an injection?
When?
At the hospital. With hypodermic?
No, you were intubated. Anything you got came through the IV.
Not at the hospital. I was fully dressed. I was in the back of some car at some point in the last 2 days. And something was injected into my bloodstream, and now I'm showing signs of an illness. What if?
What if what?
You know, what if I'm the carrier?
Come on!
There's the premise in
Really?
60 seconds or less. Now, does this movie pick up where Angels and Demons left off a few years back?
No, and I mean, there was a, keep in mind, there's a 7-year gap between the last movie. It was 2009 that we saw that one, and there's a third book in between Angels and Demons and Inferno. So this is actually a standalone movie. You don't have to have followed the other ones, which I think is refreshing in a way.
Still based on a Dan Brown book, though?
You got it, yeah. And, you know, Robert Langdon's still doing his thing, solving the puzzles and using all of his expertise and globe-trotting and a lot of chases and things like that. But for the first time, I mean, let's be honest, the first two movies, they weren't great. And this one, it just lacks in freshness, feels very stale and downright boring in some parts. And, you know, it's got a great cast. Felicity Jones, you saw in the clip there. She's going to be in the Star Wars spinoff Rogue One. Ben Foster, Irfan Khan. But the clunky, spoon-fed script, and that clip is a perfect microcosm for all the problems with the movie. They're just basically handing you this stuff on an awkward sort of plate, and there's just no finesse to it, you know?
For those that appreciate the chase, the action, are those the main redeeming qualities of an otherwise wonky premise?
I guess, but it was pretty generic, even that. And then you see these sort of apocalyptic visions he's plagued with throughout the movie. That just took me right out of the atmosphere and just killed any kind of tension, because a lot of it is plagued with this bad CGI and things like that. So I was totally out of it. The main problem with the movie is, and you see it in the clip too, Hank spends the whole time grimacing. He's got amnesia. He's got no clue where he is. He's in pain. So they don't showcase the guy well. I mean, when you saw how strong he was and what a great character he played in Sully, this one he's just kind of bumbling around. So I don't want to see Robert Langdon stumble his way and barely make it through a movie, you know? So for me, this was a total miss.
How many hammers for Inferno?
Well, not even the likes of Tom Hanks can save this muddled, incoherent mess. 2 out of 5.
Ooh,
Ouch!
tough go with the box office this weekend. Okay, well, thanks for your input on that one.
You're welcome.